Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Today we're reacting to My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 20. Last time we left off with Eraserhead, Present Mike, Kurogiri situation, and I said it last time, but that should have been the opener for Season 6. I think it just should have. I think it would have been a lot better, because My Villain Academia... We have My Villain Academia now. Apparently this is the first episode of My Villain Academia, hopefully. I have seen people one YouTuber thumbnail not liking it, so like the first episode. So I don't know what's going to be up with it, but hopefully it's decent enough. That's like all I wanted. Like I have zero hopes at this point. So I just hope it can be decent enough. Like if it's animated, I'll take that. Like at the very least. But we should be starting off with Gigantomachia, so that's pretty cool. We do also have the Doctor, which I'm really mad about. I'm actually really mad about that, actually. I didn't talk about it at all last reaction, but I did realize it in editing. So I'm not gonna say how they revealed it in the actual story, but just like the reveal was actually really cool. I really liked it. But just showing Shigaraki and just being like, yeah, I'm jumping in the background. No, I hate it. And even the actual panel, I think the actual what happened in the manga was Shigaraki literally being chained down and blood everywhere. But no, in the anime he's just getting electrocuted. That's all we get. So I'm mad about that. So I think they're definitely gonna be censoring a lot of My Hero Academia stuff. I feel most of it gets animated. At this point, I'll take it. And maybe I'm being too hard on it. I don't know. But yeah, the Kurogiri stuff last time was pretty cool. I talked a lot about it last time. I think it should have been season 6. I'm really salty. I'm sorry. But it was okay. I really liked it. I like how they animated it, how they did it. Present Mike being that serious and Aizawa screaming and crying. It's just a big contrast for the characters, and I really liked it. But yeah, that's all I have. So let's just get into it. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, see, he's just being electrocuted. Yeah, he does have whatever that is in his chest, but the actual panel just had blood everywhere. Yeah, they still had Kurogiri at this point. Oh yeah, I think I remember when he got captured. I think they end up showing that, but or well, him being captured would have been before they actually show him in Present Mike and Aizawa stuff. So you know, Gigantomachia. Okay, he does kind of look kind of cool. But he has brown hair. Okay, interesting. Oh, I always pictured him with redder hair, but it's okay. Did it change my mind about Academia? It did! It did! It did! It did! You don't even know how happy I am right now. Because I kind of saw it, this kind of looked a little off, then I saw this. I was like, that looks different than My Villain Academia. Okay, I was hoping more of the opening would change, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh. Yeah, everyone just gets blasted back. The compress, hat comes off. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was his whole gimmick. Yeah, Gigantomachia is really powerful. It's the doctor that's talking. The doctor's talking right now, I think. Oh, villain Dabi. Okay, glad we established that. But oh, that's some cool animation on Dabi. Oh, he looks really good there. But it doesn't even matter. Yeah, Kurogiri's always been there, but now he's not, so. Oh, it's that. Yeah, this is the reveal, yeah. Or it should be, I think. This appeared before, but I forget exactly where. I think it was when they captured Bakugo, but I'm not entirely sure. It's all no moose. And they're all really powerful ones too, I think. See, this is the reveal. This is the reveal I wanted. Instead of him just like appearing at the end of the last episode, you know? Like he looks a lot more cooler here, doesn't he? Yeah, he's always been really off the radar. Daruma Ujiko. Yeah, all those different Nomus, they all look really cool. So what do we have to do for that? Ooh, I love the close up of his eyes. Oh, a tiny bit of the backstory. He he low key suppressed it that day. Oh, that day when All for One found him, yeah. Yeah, All for One. At this point, I mean, I know what ends up happening. I know what is behind all this, but Shigaraki is just so, just like, not brain dead, but just like in shock. Especially having that reassurance, even though it's from All for One, but it's like still a reassurance, you know. Oh, no, like notice he has like the gloves on because of his quirk. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. Yeah, he kind of suppressed it. So whenever it gets mentioned, the dog, not the dog. Yeah, whenever it gets mentioned, I would imagine. Yeah, he just like the hands of his family members. I'm watching Golden Kamuy right now. I just started season 2, so like this is kind of low key familiar. I mean, it's a really cool design with all the hands, but fragmented images, and it shows all the League of Villains. Because Shigaraki just has a lot of hate. He just wants to destroy everything. I love the glint in his on his glasses. I don't know if it's right to call it that, but well, you see like a tiny bit of his eye. It's like even like Toga's worried about him because like something that's important to remember is that they're not just all like besties with Shigaraki. They're like they don't serve Shigaraki just to serve Shigaraki. They all have all of the League of Villains have their own motives and stuff too. The minimum rank. So basically, I need to beat Gigantomachia. That's basically what they have to do. So, and then they'll get the doctor's full support. It's gonna be fun. A long tutorial. A good ally. I think he's talking about Hawk, so I'm not entirely sure. That's the thing that has that like that yeah that teleportation tar quirk whatever that is. We kind of had like a lot of exposition so far, but it's still really cool. Oh, and even like the title cards say My Evil Academia. I love that. Like see like My Evil Academia. I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean I know it's the bare minimum, but I'm happy. Oh, it was twice. Now they've all surrounded him. Ooh, Spinner just in like normal outfit. I love that. Month and a half. Yeah, it's been a long time. And Dragon Tamaki has like insane endurance too. And meanwhile, they've never even really been able to sleep because he attacks for literally 2 days straight. It's just twice in compress in them. Meanwhile, Toga and Spinner are just offering their own kind of thing. Yeah, so meanwhile, they can do their own thing. Spinner with the normal, like just his hair normally. I love it. I love her. And meanwhile, like they're like kind of doubting their. All of them are kind of doubting why they're here. Like this is gonna be a really good arc for the villains. I hope they do it justice. And they kind of are so far. So that's a good question actually. His hands are just in a pile by him. He is a very much edge lord. Oh, it's this scene. It's this scene. Giran, his hand. It's, I love this is one of my favorite scenes in My Hero. It's someone else that's not him. Another finger. The fingers. Yeah, 5 different fingers. Was it 5? I think it was 5. All places where the League of Villains showed up. Now it's this dude, Redastro. I was about to say his name, but I wasn't sure if they were going to actually reveal it. I think they're leaving stuff out, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Giran's there, but they're not really going too deep into the scene, though. Yeah, I don't have the best memory when it comes to My Hero manga, but I think they're leaving stuff out here. Like, Giran's a hostage. That's bad. Even when his fingers were cut off, yeah. It meant nothing, yeah. Okay, so they kind of left out my favorite scene, but yeah, it's all the new, all big characters for this arc. He knows exactly where they are. I'll talk about it after, but I might be remembering wrong, but I think they left out one of my favorite scenes. So yeah, they want information, or do they want information? What was their objective again? I forget. Oh yeah, they just don't want opposition, basically. Like that pose with the fingers. It's all starting really a lot faster than I remember. So now we have it all starting to get set up for the arc. Yeah, you kind of can get out of it, so. Yeah, I've always kind of liked Giran, so this is kind of bad that he's being locked up. Good point, but I mean, we know, but they don't know, so. Just take the mask off and he completely breaks. Yeah, he's been tapped in this entire time. I assume he's always been tapped in. In Toga, it's just like in the background, like it's okay. So they have 3 hours. Yeah, but not in the city. He's gonna come and he's just gonna wreak havoc throughout the entire area. And if Shigaraki can't beat him, I don't think they can either. So he puts the mask back on. Going to crush them. And there it ends. Okay. Okay, so that was kind of a decent enough episode. I think my intuition is telling me that they left stuff out because I think I'll have to go and find the chapter. But when they first call up twice and they're like, "Is this the League of Villains?" or no, I think they said, "Is this Jin Bubiwaraga?" or "Is this twice?" or whatever. And he just says, new phone, who dis? And like that was one of my favorite lines in like the entire like thing, and I'm mad they left that out because that was amazing. But so yeah, Giran, he's not in a bad situation. 5 of his fingers have been cut up and placed within Japan, I guess, and all those places were where the League of Villains were, and so that's it's kind of like a calling card now that I think of it. I don't know exactly why they did it, but they were trying to get information out of Giran, but then eventually they got it out like from other means, and like it didn't really even matter, like the fact that he was being quiet. I don't think they ever talk about Giran's quirk, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but I think it's kind of interesting given this situation. You can look it up, it's on the wiki. Gigantomachia. Gigantomachia is really cool. He's just a tank who's always having a mental breakdown. Yeah, he's really interesting. So like he can go for literally 2 days straight and then sleep for 3 hours. And so meanwhile, he's been fighting Shigaraki and the gang this entire time. Shigaraki hasn't been sleeping. Like even all of the other League of Villains members, they have to like basically take turns sleeping. So like all of them are just like straight up not having a good time. And Dabi's not even here, and he said he wanted to go recruit somebody, and I think that was I think that's Hawks. I might be wrong on that, but I think that was Hawks. And meanwhile, like Spinner and Dabi and like kind of them are just kind of like, why are we here? Like Toga's just kind of like, even Toga questioned it. She was like, you're not gonna get rid of the things I want, right? And Tomar's like, no, we won't. And she's like, yay. But like just that little bit of like hesitation, like none of like they're not besties with Shigaraki, like they kind of are. They're not following him unconditionally, and they all have their own motives that they want, and most of them came from Stain, and they all idolize Stain, and the second best thing was Shigaraki. So that's kind of why they're all here. So I think that's kind of a big important thing to remember. So yeah, the doctor, this whole like thing with like the lighting and like the glint in his glasses and like just like the tanks of Nomus and like just like this slow reveal, I think that it's amazing. I love it, and I would have been so much better if they didn't just like boom introduce him like in the beginning, just like jumping around saying yay Shigaraki's getting electrocuted. So I'm kind of mad about that. Yeah, so Kurogiri's still here. Obviously the Kurogiri stuff with him being Shirakumo, that takes place after the Endeavor Training Agency arc. So it's been a while. It's been how long? Maybe about 2 months since this scene where we are present, like with the Shirakumo stuff. I love in the opening. It's so hard for me to like navigate without pulling out the doc, but I love how it opens up with the My Villain Academia thing. Like that's all I wanted. That's literally all I wanted. Like it's the bare minimum, and like it's all decaying because of Shigaraki's quirk thing. But it's like it's the bare minimum, and I'll take it. I'll take it. My biggest hope was that they would end up pulling up. I'll put up the panel if I can find it. But I was hoping that they would end up starting the opening with that. That would have been really cool, and that's how that My Villain Academia started. I'm kind of mad about that. I think it would have been really cool to include. I don't know if I have anything else really to talk about. It was kind of a cool episode. Oh, I guess I can talk about Shigaraki's backstory. It's bad. He definitely suppressed it. So it's not cash money. It's not a good flashback. That's kind of all I'll say until they actually fully reveal it. But you did kind of see flashes of it. There was a dog, there was a girl, and you can kind of guess so what's implied, I guess. Or they did straight up said he murdered his family, but you can kind of guess exactly how that happened. But yeah, especially because he's wearing the gloves. I'll stop. This is gonna get tons of dislikes for spoiling. Also love the My Villain Academia thing right there. I'm just happy it's here. I'm just happy it's here, honestly. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I guess I'll see you guys next time, and bye.